Guys, when I'm here at Universal and we're getting near Halloween Horror Nights and there's updates, I'm gonna find it one way or the other. Of course, we can only film what we're allowed to film from the guest area, but I'm gonna find it. Into the Danny, June 19th, 2026, and today is our first official Halloween Horror Nights updates video. Today, well actually yesterday, the Stranger Things merch did drop both online and in park. Like and subscribe. Let's go see some Halloween Horror Night updates. All the way in June. Okay, here is the Halloween Horror Nights Never Go Alone Stranger Things shirt. I'm really digging it. Gonna run you about 30 bucks. And then here we have the big monster and of course the Stranger Things cast there at the entrance of Universal. Pretty cool, look at that, awesome. Very cool. For 20 bucks, you can come pick up this Stranger Things mug. Very cool. Love the design. Never go alone. Very cool. For 15 bucks, you can pick up this Stranger Things pin set. You got Vecna there. Very cool. There it is right there. Awesome. All right, as we continue to look at other merch, I'm going to show you guys some Sinner stuff now, but here is this really cool Stranger Things Season 5 art piece. So you got Vecna there, of course, so you can get a better shot with the light. There you go. Awesome. Of course, a shirt we've already featured, the iconic, the host of this year's Halloween Horror Nights. You have a two-piece. You have a two hosts this year. You got Jack the Clown. Then on the other side, you got Dr. Oddfellow. $35. I did pick up this shirt already earlier this year, but a really, really nice, cool shirt. Starting to feel like Halloween, little by little. We got, see what do we got? We got July, we got August, September 1st, Halloween. It's the first inaugural. From September 1st to November 1st is the first inaugural Halloween special on this channel. I haven't figured out yet what I'm gonna call it. Once I get that, you know what? I'll probably announce that the day of September 1st. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. People who know me know that Halloween is my favorite holiday, just ahead of Christmas. So, and again, we're gonna do a Christmas special from November 1st to December 31st. So basically what that means is that a lot of the videos are either gonna be Halloween themed, haunt themed, from September 1st to November 1st, and then obviously Christmas themed from November 1st to December 31st. Doesn't mean all the videos, but a big majority of them, 80 to 90% of the videos. So here's some of the Sinners merch. This is a hat, obviously themed after the movie Sinners, $30. Again, don't forget to use your annual pass discount if you have one with Universal. And then here's the shirt, Sinners shirt, pretty cool. Blacklight reactive apparel, nice. So, there you go. Zoom out a little bit here. Pick that up for 30 bucks. Awesome. Remember, you can find this merch at the 5 and Dime store. Again, that's the 5 and Dime store. Basically, you walk into Universal and you make a right. It'll be technically your second right after the entrance. Come on down and you'll see it on the right-hand side. Guys, and quickly, before we get back out there and look at other Halloween Horror Night updates, we have here all kinds of, Universal Monster merchandise you can come pick up. Bride of Frankenstein, Swamp Thing. And of course, here we have all kinds of Bride of Chucky. Hello, a crossover between Hello Kitty and Chucky, which is pretty creepy. We got this Hello Kitty Chucky mug crossover, which I've always found to be pretty cool. Hello Kitty Chucky, you see? There it is right there. All right, awesome. Let's get on out there for some Halloween Horror Night updates. There you go. Let's get on out there for some Halloween Horror Night updates. Real quick, we got Bart, Homer, and Marge. The Simpsons. All right, guys. Let's try to go find some Halloween Horror Night updates. All right, making our way past Diagon Alley. It's a hot one out here today, but When you're in the shade, at least it gets a little bit better. Actually, it gets a lot better, but yeah. Guys, as you know, this will be an entrance to one of the houses. Again, I'm not breaking any news, but there you go. Of course, there's always a park here next to Men in Black, but right now there's no update. So again, just getting it, like Adam used to say, for posterity. Okay, as we head into the Simpsons land, I want to state this for the record. It is time to replace the Simpsons land for Back to the Future. Bring back to the Future. Okay, so I did confirm with an employee, this is for Halloween Horror Nights. Again, this is typically this section here. If you have been to the Halloween Horror Nights here in Orlando, this is typically one of the main scare zones. Usually it's my favorite scare zone, but yeah, this is a nice little setup here for Horror Nights. You got another big trust here with a bunch of lighting equipment. Fun fact, when I was getting my bachelor's in theater at FIU, I would put up a lot of those lights. Just basically they're C-clamps, and you just, you know, kind of tie them up. So yeah, this whole area here is going to be for the entrance of one of the better scare zones during Halloween Horror Nights 35. Okay, I'm making my way back here towards ET Adventure in sort of the Shrek area, because apparently there is, you can get a glimpse of one of the house tents. Now again, I want to remind you, we are not allowed to film anything that is not from the vantage point of the guests, you know, in the regular park. So nothing backstage or anything like that, but if we can see it from the guest area, then we can film it. So I am looking for that right now, and let me see if I can find it. There we got Donkey. There he is.
What's happening?
What happening? What's happening, Donkey?
You said Mason? What's your name?
Yeah, the new Shrek 5 was just announced. Looks like it's going to be funny, just like the rest of them. All right, let's see if we can get a peek of this tent. You know what? I'm going to go in this giant playground here and see if I can get to the top of it and get a glimpse of it. Yep, I am a 40-year-old man doing this, but you know what? Sometimes you got to pay the price. All right, let's get to level 2. Where do we get to level 2? Level 2. All right, they got a ramp right here. So we're gonna walk up this ramp and see what we can see. All right. All right, oh. Feel it in my knees, feel it in my knees. All right, it's a little Shrek playground. I've never even been up here, to be honest with you. Kids would love it. Not seeing a tent here. Let's see, that's ET. So this is ET right here. Let's continue. All right, I'm here at the top of Shrek Swamp, or Shrek Swamp for Little Ages. There is the entrance that I went in, and I don't see nothing, but I'm gonna make my way all the way to the back because I am investigating this to see if we can get a glimpse of it. Oh wow, I've never even seen this. Pooh's Kung Fu Training Camp. Wow, that looks like it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I was able to speak to an employee that was very informative, and basically he told me that HHN now, unlike years past, again, I've been coming to Halloween Horror Nights since 2003, you know. I believe 2003 was my first year. Wow, it's crazy, 23 years now. Out of those 23 years, I've probably gone 15 of them, you know, so in years past, you were able to actually see the tents months prior to going to the actual event. The employee that I spoke with, what he basically told me is now that HHN is really focusing on keeping that stuff back of house. And again, I'm not big on, you know, trying to get a little piece of tent, you know, on my footage here, but I scoured the entire back and there's nothing behind ET. The only thing I would say to do, all right, let's continue to make our way through the park and see what little nuggets we can find. But yeah, that was a letdown because from what I researched and read, there was some tent and there was some visible pieces of a house. And another thing that the cast member told me was that just because you see a tent doesn't mean that it's a house. It could be literally just filled with, you know, storage. So, you know, well, we tried. Okay, as we reach the end of the scare zone, obviously, this big truss right here with the lights attached with the C-clamps. This is the other entrance for this specific scare zone. I mean, this area here has been a scare zone since I can remember. Years and years. But there you go. I wonder what the scare zone's gonna be. And just so you guys know, these lights that I'm pointing at right here, they can be programmed to be different colors, different filters, so pretty cool. Bumblebee. Okay, if you aren't familiar with Halloween Horror Nights, for my friends and family in Miami, you guys already know, this is one of the main areas where one of the feature houses will be. So again, here you can think of maybe a Sinner's house, a Stranger Things house, definitely a possibility of being here. They use stage 18, definitely use stage 23, which is back there, and then here the line will snake around and into the back. So keep that in mind. Right when you walk into the park, to the left. Again, while there's no truss or anything like that up, obviously they're going to use some of the lighting you see on top of the structures here. This is one of the primary scare zones when you come into Halloween Horror Nights. So keep that in mind. It's kind of the part like when you come in and it's just turning nighttime. The event starts at 6:30 and you're getting all excited for it. Halloween Horror Nights. Okay guys, I asked one of the Universal cast members if when the tribute store for Halloween Horror Nights is coming, and he basically said it's going to be any time, basically a few months before Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm expecting it'll be up late July, early August. So again, we're early. We're early right now. Right down the street here is the Steven Spielberg tribute store, which I haven't seen yet. As you guys know, I do have the Danny Cut, my movie channel. If you haven't subscribed, please go over. It's Danny Cut, so DANNY Cut, all lowercase. Please go over and subscribe and give it a like. So if you like movies, it's any and everything movies. We got all my, and again, this channel, Danny Cut, it's going to be very collaborative. So it's going to be like all my good friends, you know, Tony, Jack, Derek, DC. You know, got some new guests coming on, Matt, like from the Real District. So again, go on over there, like and subscribe, please. Let's go check out Steven Spielberg's tribute store. All right, here's the Steven Spielberg Summer Blockbusters featuring Disclosure Day, his new movie. Let's go check it out, guys. Why not? Why not? He did make Jaws. Oh wow, look at that. Whoa. Spielberg. Awesome. This Jaws exhibit. Cool. 1975. Very cool. Got some ET stuff here, 1982. Oh, look at that. Look at there. Look at that. Oh, look at his ID. If you guys don't know, Spielberg was one of the primary Imagineers and creators of this actual park, Universal Orlando. And look at this, super cool E.T. mock-up. Wow, look at that. Great movie. All right, we got more in here. Jurassic Park, of course, the iconic Jurassic Park. 1993. Super cool. Wow, look at that. Awesome. Then of course we have the sequel, the 1997's The Lost World. And of course we have a little mock-up here for his new movie Disclosure Day, some promotional stuff. The movie for me, I give it a 7.5 out of 10, but after sort of giving it some time. I did end up giving it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't his strongest movie. But, it is what it is. I mean, when you're talking about the greatest director maybe in the history of Hollywood, in the history of movies, and the only director in my list that has, of the great directors, that has 6 masterpieces. So, again, it's all right. I mean, can't all be great. As of right now, the only confirmed houses are Sinners and Stranger Things. As of right now, the only confirmed houses for Halloween Horror Nights this year are Sinners and Stranger Things. Obviously, Dr. Oddfellow and Jack, I'm sure, are going to have their own house, being that they are the hosts. Based on the speculation maps that we got right now, some of the heavily rumored houses that we might see as a Hellraiser house, which that would be awesome. Pinhead, come on. There's also an Evil Dead house. Would love that. Literally, that a haunted house literally fits the theme of the movie. Five Nights at Freddy 2. Not really crazy about that one. Then there's supposedly maybe a music house with Lady Gaga and Ozzy Osbourne. Being that Ozzy Osbourne did pass away this year, I would like to see that. That would be pretty cool. Making my way out, but I'm still thinking about that Hellraiser house. Man, if that comes true, that's going to be an awesome house.